يلا تعال وين ما هاي الحين هاي الشغل تعال ليش ترمح
Okay, we have now entered the site of the Al-Jazar Mosque, the most important mosque in Akko, and until 1967, the most important mosque in the state of Israel. Not in the land, in the state. Why? Because in 1967, the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa are also in Israel, so they are obviously more important than this one. But it is the second, or if you like the third, if you like to count the Dome of the Rock and the mosque, even more than Nabi Musa. It's more important than Nabi Musa. And there's a reason for that. In a moment I'll explain why. But when we look at it from the outside, we see that it is in an elevated space. Basically, we had to go up from the street, so something must be underneath us. And what's underneath us are the remains of the Crusader Cathedral, Saint Jean d'Acre. Okay, so it's underneath us. Actually, it's still underneath us, and there are also water cisterns and so on in this vicinity. The yard here, the courtyard here, is adorned with small building. It's over there, the white one. This is the burial place of Ahmad al-Jazar himself and his successor Suleiman. Over here is the Mathara, where you do the wudu. Okay, the purification, the ablution font. Muslims wash their hands, their feet, their faces before prayer. Okay, and around the corner, if you stand over here, you can see that there's a nice sundial. It's a nice sundial from 1781, the date of the building of
what's the
this
term?
mosque. Sundial.
مزولة ساعة شمسية.
Yes, but how? Where is Maswale?
مزولة
Zawul? يعني
زوال to disappear. The sun when disappear it's زوال.
So Maswale?
مزولة.
Okay.
ايش يا حجة؟
This one is ميدار.
Maida'a too.
حجة
ميدار.
When we look at the mosque itself, you can see that it's quite eclectic in style. Firstly, the general style here is the Byzantine style because there's a dome on top of a rectangular structure. It's Byzantine in style, just like Hagia Sophia and other churches. The spire in style looks like a pencil, round, that's Turkish. And if you look at the facade, it's nothing that you know of. It's Baroque, it's flamboyant, eclectic style. You have marble, pottery, different colors, different styles. It's a mishmash. It's basically something so complicated. So it's really nothing determined. Nothing really is architecturally determined. It doesn't belong to any specific style. It's an eclectic style.
to try everything.
To adorn it, make it more beautiful. So it's one way of doing it. Let's go into the mosque itself.
This is original from Al-Jazar?
Yeah. On 1782.
هذول كاينين بواقي الحجر اللي عندهم كانوا يحطوه.
Please keep your voices down because people are praying here right now. So we're inside the mosque, and we can see the typical components of a mosque as you're already familiar with, starting with the Qibla. The Qibla is the wall facing Mecca, and in the Qibla, in the center, you can see the Mihrab. The Mihrab is the niche facing Mecca. In our case, it's south, but of course, it's different directions depending on the geographical location. To the right of the mihrab, there's the minbar. The minbar is the structure with the staircase. Guys, don't go inside. Don't go inside. Out, everyone, please. You can stay. You must, guys. Don't go beyond the. Okay, so what you see is the minbar. The minbar is the preacher's podium, just like in churches, just like in Judaism, same thing, same function. And you can also see the architecture based on the dome on top, which is lying on top of four walls, creating a rectangular feature. On the wall, next to the left of the mihrab, you can see a digital
timetable,
and it gives you firstly the date at the top, and then below that you have the time, and then below that you have al-fajr, meaning the dawn, which is the time of the first prayer. Then comes
sunrise.
Shuruq means
It's not a prayer.
and shuruq, sunrise, is not a time for prayer. Remember, in Islam, you never pray during the sunrise. And then you have the in 12:13, 12:19. Okay, the rest of the prayers until Asha in 9:24, meaning already when it's dark. Five times of prayers in a day in Islam. Now I mentioned that the mosque here is the second most important mosque in the state of Israel today, and the reason is because of what's inside the cage on top. On the right, in the gallery, there's something that looks like a cage, and inside this cage there's a hair from the beard of the Prophet Muhammad. This is the most important treasure they have here, and every year they take it out, only for a short while during the date of the Isra al Miraj, Laylatul Qadr. Actually, in the 27th, they take it out.
27th of Rajab.
27th of
It's
Rajab, yes.
Isra wa Mi'raj, not Laylat al-Qadr.
No, of Ramadan. 27th of Ramadan. Yes. They take it out and then they put it back inside. So that's what makes it the most important mosque after the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa in this country. In the corners of the building of the dome, you can see in green. Now I can use my pointer because it doesn't. But here it says Abu Bakr, and over there is Omar.
The four righteous
Over here,
caliphs.
Uthman.
It's Uthman. So this must be Ali. Okay, the four of the four righteous caliphs, or the Khulafa Rashidun. They appear. It's quite reminiscent of what we find in churches. When you go in and you find the names of the four
Gospels. Yeah.
four gospel writers, for Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But of course, this is different. This is a mosque, so you don't have the for gospel writers. You have the names of the righteous caliphs. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the only mosque I know of that you can actually walk in without taking your shoes off. It's a great advantage. It's a great advantage if you have 50 people, and you guys listen up. If you don't have time and you have 50 people, it's a mess taking the shoes off and then on again. So it's quite convenient. And as you could see, you can go in during the day. Not during prayer time, but usually they would not allow that, but they're very hospitable, and it's a good opportunity to go, even though it's not one of the most important sites in Akko, and most groups never even heard of this. This is a great opportunity to visit the mosque from the inside. So just keep that in mind as a possibility.
Yeah, guys, also for the exam, it's very important to learn all the different elements of a mosque. So you can give a whole guiding unit about the mosque. Now there are not a lot of mosques that you can enter, but it's very good in certain places to learn it for the exam.
Okay, we need to continue now.
Why did they choose to put the hair here?
The what?
هون لا. إذا اليهود.
Okay, guys.